Welcome to Raiders of the Lost Flicks Live. This is a special impromptu live Dune 2020 trailer reaction. Flayer X has seen it about 700 times. I've seen it once because I've just been busy trying to get videos made, publish stuff, talk to people, get all the marketing out there and whatnot coordinated. I'm also joined by Linklex7. Both of these guys are co-hosts on my Friday show. I'm happy they're here. And hey, welcome back, Alex. I know you don't normally stream on a Monday night. Well, I shouldn't say night. This is early in like late afternoon. But Alex is taking time out of his busy work schedule to be here with us and talk about Dune a little bit.
Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it.
Glad to have you here. So let's
is all yours.
Right? Let's just get into it, man. Let's what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually show a little bit of the trailer, but we're gonna mute it. All right, we're gonna do like Angry Joe does. We're gonna mute it and kind of, hit pause and just slide a little bit so that hopefully Warner Brothers doesn't come after us. And also, I'll give myself a single here. Warner Brothers, if you come after me, first of all, I like the trailer, okay? Second of all, we're giving you free marketing and publicity here, all right? So there's at least 500 some people subscribed to my channel that are watching me right now. Be excited about something. So think about that before you strike me. Also, I ain't monetized yet. Just saying, all right? So now that I got that out of the way, let's just get before I start showing the trailer though, let's just talk about some first impressions. What are we thinking about this so far?
I really liked it.
It looks like a very grand epic scale, which is what I was hoping from this. I was hoping it wasn't going to look like, dare I say this, a genre movie. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want this to look like another Star Wars.
It definitely does not look like Star Wars, and it from my initial perusals of the trailer, it's very much the book. It is literally taking that the pain scene, the extended pain scene that they're the human test, that is directly out of the book. The dialogue is directly out of the book.
I noticed that. Yeah, because I've read at least that much of the book so far. That is 100% directly out of the book. Both versions that I've seen so far.
Yeah, and it looks. I mean, as you said, it looks epic. It looks grand scale. I haven't watched anybody else's reviews because I wanted to come into this with my own opinions without being influenced. It looks, the visuals are as epic as we saw the stills.
100%. Alex, what do you think about this so far, man?
Looks good. Looks I enjoyed it. Now look, I'm coming from the rare perspective that I actually enjoyed the first book. I like the David Lynch movie, and I like the miniseries. So I don't really have any hate for Dune. This one looks like it's gonna be another one I like. I love that it does not look like a Marvel movie. Everyone wasn't just making jokes, although I'm sure someone's going to complain about that.
Quip. Yeah.
Why are you taking it so seriously? Which always means, why aren't you making jokes like Robert Downey Jr.? No joke. I'm sure there might be a few little lighter moments, but it looked like Dune, and I like that.
I noticed I wasn't expecting it, but I was excited to see it. They had the music upside down. It's from this album, all right? It's from Dark Side of the Moon. It's the song Eclipse, okay? It's obviously remade, which I'm not surprised, but that's kind of a nice little nod to Alejandro Jodorowsky. He was originally contracted to do the music for the first Dune movie that never happened, Jodorowsky's Dune. It wound up being David Lynch's Dune, and instead of Pink Floyd, we had Toto.
I'm not going to lie. I'm always going to pick Toto.
I like the soundtrack for the original Dune movie. I do.
Yeah.
Keely Chow. He says, stop riffing off Joss Whedon's Buffy humor, Kevin Feige. Yeah, definitely.
Well, hold up. Let me add to that. Hey, Joss Whedon, you stop ripping off 90s Joss Whedon humor. You're not that funny anymore.
Yeah, don't be a Tim Burton. Never go full Tim Burton. Tim Burton rips off his own farts. You know what I mean? So
90s Tim Burton's cool.
But yeah, 90s Tim Burton was great. But
don't go.
Current Tim Burton still thinks he's 90s Tim Burton. It's like, this ain't cool anymore, dude. It's like Drunk and stupid is not a way to go through life. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off topic. I'm going to go ahead and share this a little bit. We'll break it down. I'm not going to share the audio so that I don't get stricken down. But we'll do this. I'll minimize this. Let me change this up a bit too. Let's do. No, I can do that. No, I don't want to be that. No, we're gonna have to do it that way. Okay. Damn you, StreamYard. Anyways. Oh no! Oh, he'll be back. we lost the
Flayer. I was gonna be the one to cut out.
We lost one of our pieces of Flayer. He'll be right back. It might be because I shared. I hope I didn't.
20 pieces of Flayer.
Hope I didn't accidentally boot him. Doing live streaming off the cuff is so fun. All
right. Kind of want to say something, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
It's early. I haven't had enough caffeine. Well, first of all, I freaked out. I woke up. I'm like, I hope I didn't miss it yet because I really didn't know what time it was going to drop. And then they said, oh, it's going to drop at noon. And then they're like, oh, it's going to drop on Twitter first. I'm like, where? Where on Twitter? There's like a million places on Twitter.
I said Warner Brothers placed as a Facebook event. So I just clicked like, yeah, I'm going. And it just reminded me when it happened. Like, hey, look, Dune trailer. Come watch it.
You were more prepared than I was.
Yeah. I was like, the Dune trailer's coming. Go watch it. The only reason I didn't watch it because at the time I was at work and I wanted to watch it when I was at home. So when I was on like a lunch break, I said I wanted to watch it first on my TV as opposed to the phone. The first time I see it, I was like, oh, it's got to be on this big screen. So I was like, I'll do it when I go to lunch. Then I'll come back out. I'll come back.
See, this is kind of what I was hoping for this movie right here. This does not look like Star Wars. You know what I mean? This looks like something otherworldly, something different. I love the way the Denis Villeneuve movies look, and we said the name the other night, and I'm terrible with names. I've already forgot. It's
Zendaya.
No, the guy that the filmographer that does his movies is wonderful. David Grease, I think it was.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up IMDb right now so I don't keep looking like an idiot. There's so many things I want to talk about, and all the processes are just kind of like swimming around in my head, like so fast. All right, let's do this. Yeah, Dune, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is trending right now. So that's why we had to go live right now. And if you look at IMDb, they actually call this Dune 1. Like they're ready to tell you this is a 2-part thing, everybody. So let's see. Here's the cast. Let's look at the crew. Production, sound mix. It should show us here. As we wait for Flayer X patiently to come back, hopefully. Oh, his net went down. How convenient.
Warner Brothers ain't playing around.
Dune has broken the internet. It has officially broken the internet, which is a great sign, actually. All right. Well, we'll break this down a little bit, and then Flayer will join us shortly. So yeah, but this scene right here, this is classic Denis Villeneuve here. His movies. We got a lot of this from Blade Runner 2049. That's why when I first found out that he was attached to this, I was pretty excited. Let's see. Let's look at. I get to. There we go. There's the eyes right there. Was kind of hoping maybe the blue would be a little brighter, but you can still.
It's not supposed to be bright. It's supposed to be kind of a darker thing. I think that was always one of the complaints about the miniseries and the movies. The way the book described it, it's not supposed to be like a flashlight. It's just supposed to be a blue saturation.
Not supposed to look like a robot.
Yeah, it's not supposed to light up. So that is actually something they got correct. That will make Quinn and the Dom very happy.
Of course, I gotta admit, the blue looks really good on Zendaya too. But I mean, you could probably put a paper bag on her; she'd still look pretty good. So
I like Zendaya. Look, Spider-Man role aside, I think she's all right. I got nothing against the girl. I like
the fact that you've got these two actors right here that definitely plays into like the tween audience, but they're not focusing it all on that. You know what I mean? Because this is not that kind of a movie. This is not the Defiant series or the Hunger Games. You know what I mean? This is is it Defiant? What's the name of it? Yeah, I got it wrong. It's that kind of like spin-off of the Hunger Games or the Twilight Saga. There was that kind of sci-fi one. There was Maze Runner, and then there was another one.
I was gonna say there's like 50 of those things. I can't tell you which one.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, but
I can't tell you which one.
Hollywood keeps trying to replicate that success, and it's like, no, that was kind of a fad that's kind of gone. It'll the chat. Oh, there we go. There's Flair. So hopefully I didn't get too far ahead. We kind of started because we were just kind of didn't know what to do. But
I'm sorry. They were supposed to work on my internet yesterday. It looks like they're doing it today.
Fantastic. But pick a great time to take people away from the.
I thought Warner Brothers was just coming for you.
What's the name of that series that's got the teenagers in it? That's I said Defiant, but that's wrong. It's the. There's
Divergent?
Like Divergence. That's it. Yeah, the Divergence. You know what I mean?
I can't believe I remember that. I'm kind of ashamed.
This could easily try to go in that direction, but Denis Villeneuve is definitely above that. I think this trailer shows that. You know what I mean? At least from what I'm getting at. I'm just kind of showing scenes, Flair, so that we don't get Warner Brothers doesn't come after us.
Oh no, that's fine.
These wide angle shots right here. You can just see the devastation in the background.
Well, and it shows the epic nature that he wants to come across. That this was not just limited battle. It was all out, no holds barred fighting. It's
got to look like instant Armageddon. You know what I mean? It's like they think everything's going to go. The only one that knew was Paul. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of hoping that this movie doesn't rely on the audience knowing the story going into it. I don't think Denis Villeneuve would do that.
It doesn't. If he's following the book track, the way the book builds the tension to the betrayal, it lures you in. It pulls you in and gives you a sense of owning part of being that little speck on the shoulder, riding around, going, oh, okay, so that's where that fits. And so, if this is the track that he's taking, I can see it being very much a, here this is drawing, building, the tension is building, and and then when it drops, boy, that tension is in your face and there. So,
I want them to be able to tell the story, but I want it to be accessible so the audiences will understand what's going on. Because
at least from this trailer, I think it's there.
I do too.
It has that potential. Because, well, my other qualm, I finally figured it out, was Jessica is his mom is supposed to have red hair.
Huh. They didn't do that with Rebecca Ferguson, huh?
Nope. She's got brown hair.
I guess they didn't think it was.
I can let that little stuff like that. I can let go. It's not quite as iconic. It ain't like Mary Jane and the red hair. Like you can, because I think the Emperor is supposed to have red hair too, and I don't think he has in either version.
Yeah,
these sets are gigantic, and they don't look like some guy standing in front of a green screen. That was my other fear. I was like, please, because that was one of my minor gripes about the miniseries is there's a lot of like obvious green screen crap going on, and it wasn't even good. Excuse me, it wasn't even good green screen. You know what I mean?
Well, it was good green screen at the time.
For 2000.
For 2000, I mean, we make green screen. I mean, look, you you know, a lesser channel now has the ability to have green screen in your office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that sometimes I look at the 2000 miniseries and go, oh God, that looks so cringe. But then I'm like, wait, in its time, that was the best they could do.
Yeah.
So,
That's the thing I think sci-fi fans need to learn too. Like, I think the special effects look bad in the miniseries, but I forgot who said it once. Like, fans will look past bad special effects if the story is good. You look at a lot of Star Trek, the TNG and the original series; those were awful special effects. And the problem is, I said now sci-fi fans are spoiled because as much as they hate it, they want everything to look like Avatar.
Yeah.
It took
or they want everything to look like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, you know, and it's like you don't need to do that for the small screen, man. You know,
yeah, not everything. I can look at a small screen thing and be like, okay, special effects look like I told you about. You said you was with to watch Babylon 5, and I said, yeah, the special effects they aged badly, but I said the story is still great. You can get
like I mentioned to you guys, I've been watching Deep Space Nine, and every time they do something with Odo and he like morphs, I'm like,
oh yeah,
1998.
It's like I said, you can let
1998. It looks like some stuff I could do on my computer.
I'm not, I am not bashing the 2000 miniseries because I watched it. I watched it 3 times before we did our first show Monday night, and I forgot how much I loved the story and how good that story was. And so
the storytelling part was where it was the strongest. And I'm every time I watch it, it makes me excited because it's like, I know this could be better, but this is still the best version. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm still happy with this, but I want more. You know what I mean? I want the budget plus the storytelling aspect.
Each progression, usually, I think what is the Dom said on his YouTube channel, each time you make a new adaptation or new remake, usually you get a little better at it because you get closer and closer to the source material. Yeah. It might take you a bit, but you get there.
By the way, I love the costumes so far for this new movie. They're so on point. Are you guys familiar with Timothée Chalamet at all?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I haven't watched the TV shows that he's been or any of the movies that he's been in, but I did watch like some short videos just to get. I made a video a while back where I was comparing the three actors that have played the parts. You know what I mean? And I took like little clips of each one. And show that,
to take a underrepresented actor and use him in the role of Paul Atreides is not unheard of because the miniseries did it, and honestly, Kyle MacLachlan,
he
wasn't really well known.
Was Twin Peaks before or after Dune?
After.
Okay, all right, cool.
After.
Dune, I think, was his very first role. I think.
Yeah.
I'll look it up right quick. I think it is.
He did.
You guys ever seen the movie called The Hidden?
Are we talking about Kyle MacLachlan or?
It's Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah,
Kyle MacLachlan. His first movie was Dune. Yes. Okay.
If you ever get a chance to watch The Hidden, he's really good. It's a science fiction movie that nobody knows about it. It's super old. I've seen it. I thought it was great. You know me and my bad movies, though.
I love the Mother Gaius.
Oh yes,
that visual of her is just everything I've ever wanted out of. She's the truth sayer, and that visual is
this visual right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
That initial. She's been tested knowing that she's human, but she's got to be inhuman to test.
It's like they want to make her look holy but also scary, and I think that's where the 84 movie kind of went a little too far with like the bald head and the no eyebrows. It's like at least the one in 2020 looked a little more like this is probably, like an evil nun. For lack of better terms, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what Frank Herbert, because it was his aunts that tried to force him into the Catholic Church. So the Bene Gesserits were based off of his aunts
Hmm.
trying to push him towards religion. And so, in his eyes, this is how he saw them. And I think Denis Villeneuve has really done that vision point on, just perfect.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to.
I can't say I'm looking at this Timothy Chalamet stuff. I can't say I know it. I know Homeland, but I haven't finished that show.
I watched part of what he did in The Kingdom because I know that they had mentioned that he was like the star of that, and he's.
I want to see Lady Bird. I've not seen. I've heard good things about Lady Bird, so I will check that out eventually.
I forgot he's in that too.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up his stuff because I honestly,
he's not necessarily a nobody, but I think he's new to science fiction. So
this sounds like it might be his first starring role.
Yeah, I think it's his first starring role. I think everything else has been like in supporting type roles. So what do we think this is right here? Is this Caladan or Dune?
I think that's Caladan.
Yeah, I think that's Caladan.
Yeah, it looks like water, right? I'm looking at this on the small screen.
It's more like a mist, like a little bit of a fog here. Unless that is water, it's hard for me to tell.
No, because there's lightning in it, so I think it's kind of showing what they're leaving and giving up for going to Arrakis.
Oh yeah.
I like this because it looks natural. Again, this doesn't look like a sci-fi planet. This doesn't look like when we see Naboo on episode 1. I was afraid we were going to get stuff like that. I wasn't expecting that from Denis Villeneuve though. So this is more like what I was. This looks like a natural sunset. This looks real to me. You know what I mean? That's what I want.
Oh yeah.
For all we know, it could be real. They just filmed it and said, "Hey, this is Caladan."
Well, look at what they did for that Scottish island in the Star Wars movies with Luke.
Oh, Octo, yeah.
That was it. That was beautiful filmography. I thought it was great. But then they ruined it with the story.
You don't want everything to look like it was made by CG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to be able to not tell. See, like that scene there, I can't tell if this is a real scene or if this is CG. There's a little bit of lightning there that might have been added in post. Don't really know, but I like what I see.
Don't really care because it is a great looking visual.
Okay, yeah, it looks like clouds, whatever. It's probably still Caladan, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now they're going through the discussion of, you're human, are you not? You're being pain. So are you willing? What are you willing to give up to be human?
Do you think that they've shown too much in this trailer?
No,
I don't either. I think they did just enough.
Well, I think they did just enough to, as I was saying, lure people in.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of want to say because like all three of us have seen, like we either read a little bit of Dune or seen previous movies. If you had gone if you could disconnect the fact that you've seen previous Dune, would you go into this thinking that you've seen too much?
No.
Okay.
Because it gives you the bones, but there's no flesh attached to those bones.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't read the books, you still don't know what's going on. You still don't know, oh, who's that? Oh, that must be the Baron. They don't even reference who the villain is. They just show him.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're gonna get to the Baron part, yeah, because I'm super excited about Stellan Skarsgård as the Baron Harkonnen. Here's the pain box right here, so I think we'll skip past that. We kind of know about the pain box, and then of course, if you don't put
I thought you meant Brie Larson Snatch. My bad. Which one would you rather stick? Which one would you rather stick your hand in?
I mean,
which one do you stick your hand in, Flayer?
It could be hand sanitizer. We don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'll take the pain box because you know what? At least I may survive that.
I like how this box looks like it's super old. Like you can almost see the corrosion on here, like you left it outside in Florida. This is what everything looks like if you leave it outside in Florida and it has any ounce of metal on it. It looks like this in about a week.
Well, but what I like about these visuals is even this the room, the scene where they're showing the wide shot of the library scene here. It looks lived in.
Yeah.
This room looks like it's not just
It's been around for years and years and years and years by the extremely wealthy or powerful. Yeah.
Yes, and it is it is lived in. The world is lived in, and that's what is really uh, shocked me how well he's doing these visuals.
Yeah.
Is that it's new, but it looks lived in.
And also, it feels like he's paying a bit of an homage to the originals as well. Like he's trying to keep the fans happy a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he's not trying to say, well, this is my Dune. These people are going to walk around wearing loincloths. You know what I mean?
He's not trying to pull a Jodorowsky.
He's not trying to pull a Jodorowsky, and he's not trying to pull a Ryan Johnson.
Well, was it you, Adam, or was it you, Alex, that said it? He was making a love, a love poem to the Dune universe and the Dune fans, because it really seems like that's what this is.
I don't think I said that, but yeah, it makes sense. It's kind of like, because look, even though the movie bombed, the David Lynch Dune does have its fans, and sometimes you might want to take some inspiration. It's like later Frankenstein movies, how they were bringing the electricity thing, even though in the book that did not happen. The creation of Frankenstein is never revealed in the book, but everyone is so used to the sometimes you just want to give a little, even though it's like you don't want to go all the way that way, but sometimes you be like, we show a little love to you, like Batman. You got Brave and the Bold, the cartoon, to be like, look, this is the Adam West fans. This is for you guys. We love you. So yeah, because the costumes do kind of remind me of the David Lynch film a little bit. Not too flashy, but it does kind of strike me as the David Lynch costumes, the one Paul's wearing right now.
I love that scene. All I want to say every time I look at this, like, bitch, I will cut you. Right.
Oh, can I also make a point?
Yeah.
I like the fact, I don't know how old he is, but I do like the fact that he looks really, really young. Because in the book, Paul is supposed to be 15 years old.
Yep.
Yeah.
And supposed to be really small.
Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah. It's like, no. He looks like he's about 30 in that movie. Yeah.
No. He did look like. Actually, the funny thing is, as kind of the one thing I give the Lynch movie over the remake, I do think Kyle MacLachlan played a younger Paul better than the new guy did. The new guy just kind of looked a little too old. I like both of them. But they both look too old. But I did think Kyle MacLachlan.
I agree. Both of them did look too old.
Yeah.
Well, I like the second iteration on the miniseries when he's got a lot less. He's got a longer face. He's been.
Are you talking about the Children of Dune?
No.
I haven't seen that yet.
In the miniseries, they go to, what is it, the third act, where
they do a little bit of a time jump. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a time jump, and he looks more
little chiseled. Yeah.
Being a Fremen.
Makes sense, because I think in the books it's supposed to have been a few years, right? Yeah.
It was 2 years.
They did a pretty good job in the miniseries of showing that the Fremen they live hard. You know what I mean? Like it's a hard life being a Fremen, and I think that was the point they were trying to get across. So by the time they do the time jumps, like the Fremen, he's been living among the Fremen for a long time, to where he's living as a Fremen. I think that's what they're trying to portray.
They roll hard, son. Look, they're so hard. They watch Black Christmas 2019 on
Easy.
That's hard.
And
look, I'm just saying, if anyone can watch Black Christmas,
this is 100% Caladan right here. This is definitely.
Look, if anyone can watch Black Christmas 2019 twice in a row, I will never mess with them. I'm not fighting them. They're not afraid to die.
I still haven't done that, Alex. I don't think I can.
Because you're afraid to die. You're a normal human being.
I want to preserve my life a little longer than that, definitely.
If I go in someone's house, get ready to fight them, and I see they got Black Christmas on DVD, I was like, oh, crap, they've watched this more than once. I don't want this. This ain't what I want.
So this is Caladan right here. I mean, they got everything. They got flying Twinkies and everything going on here. So good.
Hey, I'm all for Twinkies, man.
This right here. This looks like they're that's one thing that I don't remember them doing in the miniseries. Did they have the armor as well?
Yeah,
they only had it for like one scene in the miniseries, then it disappeared.
I love the armor. I've always loved that concept.
The
fact that
it's a shield. It's a shield. This is how it's described in the book. This is definitely how it's described, because both series The miniseries kind of came close, but like I said, they got rid of it after one scene. Even Lynch kind of brought it back a few extra times, even though that one looked ridiculous. This one is how it's kind of described. It's like a little light shimmer.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
you can break through it by going slow instead of going fast. Yeah,
which is why they fight with knives.
Yeah, that's why they fight with short swords and knives.
Which that's going to be very important. And for this movie, I don't think they revealed it too much in this trailer. Are they going to use guns on it? Because in the Dune universe, they mostly use knives. This is something that David Lynch. I think the remake.
Remember when he's pointing when he sees Cheney for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
He has a slug thrower that he's pointing at her, and so guns are there.
Yeah, they're there, but they just don't use them often in the books.
Yeah, and they don't. I think that's one of the scenes where they're going to use them, but they're not going to use them a lot because you see everybody else in this fighting.
Well, yeah, every scene we've seen of Duncan Idaho so far, he's got a sword.
Which that makes you feel. I think, like I said, I think we're going to see the gun just to explain to casual fans that, look, this is what happens if they use the gun on that shield.
This is 10,000 years into the future. So
yeah, that's for casual fans, which I'm okay with that.
And I'm wondering if they'll show what the laser guns, because they have lasers in the book. I'm wondering if they'll show what laser guns do when they hit the shield and create a subatomic reaction and blow big. Because that's one of the things it's not something I'm going to hang my hat on and go, I need to see, but it sure would be cool if they actually showed that in this version of the future, technology is not always the best thing for a place.
That's why they have to go like old school with the knives in that universe for the most part. Guns is kind of like a rare thing. Like if you do bust out a gun,
there's his knife right there with his family's crest right on it. So I'm gonna just show just a little bit of this scene right here. No sound. Okay, there we go. And of course, what's not to like about Josh Brolin, right? So we're all fans.
Cable. It's so weird to think.
I liked this Cable. Yeah.
It's so funny to think Gurney Halleck has now been played by Professor X and Cable. And Thanos, if you want to go there, or Jonah Hex, or Agent. Wow, he's played a lot of comic book characters. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with Professor X and Cable for this joke.
Do you remember Josh? I just watched American Gangster the other day. Remember him in that? He was an asshole in that movie.
I remember that.
I liked him in as Agent J.
Agent J, right? Yeah. Men in Black 3 is so underrated. It really is.
He was so good. He got Tommy Lee Jones's.
That's one movie where he did an impression of an actor, and he did it so well that it was like one of the high points of the movie.
Like he really was spot on. Like Tommy Lee Jones, like that was amazing. I was like, yo, I almost kind of want. I don't like prequels too much. I would have watched the prequel movie with him. I would have watched one. I'd watch one just see how it goes.
I don't think they could find anybody else to play Will Smith, but anyway, we're talking about
well, they could go.
Men in Black's already ruined. It's dead. Leave it alone. Let it die. Leave it dead.
They could go comic accurate, but that might not go so well. Because in the comic, Will Smith's character is white.
Yeah.
He's like a blonde-haired white boy.
A whole lot of people would be pissed off at that one.
I know it'd be like, oh, you whitewash. But technically, that's how he's supposed to look in the comic.
Pay no attention to the dummies in the background here. They're just they're working on some battle droids there. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought you meant us for a minute. I was about to say, what the hell, dude?
We're not that mean. Come on now.
Me and Flair come and do your show, and you call us dummies?
No, I'm talking about these little.
You're not Fred Sanford.
These practice little practice things in the background here.
Oh yeah,
because they don't have droids. You have to practice.
Oh, no, robots are like, robots are a no-no in the Dune universe.
Oh yeah,
this is kind of reminiscent of the twin sun scene from Star Wars a little bit. I am getting a little bit of that vibe from this right here.
Here's the thing: you're gonna see some things that remind you because honestly, Star Wars kind of ripped off a few things from Dune.
Yeah, they did. But
Yes.
this is him saying goodbye to Caladan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I was like, don't be too. It's kind of like it's weird. It's when people said that about what was it that John Carter movie? Like, oh, you tried hard to rip off Star Wars, not realizing Star Wars ripped off John Carter.
Pretty
Yeah.
much everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone ripped off. Dune ripped off John Carter a little bit. Everyone
Yeah.
ripped off John Carter.
Because John Carter came out in the 30s.
Like that was old school, man. Like old
And
school.
it took forever to get that movie made. And then it flopped because Disney didn't want to support it. And
Which sucks because that was a good movie.
Oh, it was,
You know
it was a
you
great
know what the
movie.
sad thing is? Had that movie been a success, they wouldn't have got Star Wars. They only basically got Star Wars because, like, look, we're gonna make our own Star Wars with John Carter. John Carter failed and said, "Fuck it, let's just go buy Star Wars." Had John Carter been a hit, Star Wars would be safe right now.
This right here, this scene right here is gorgeous. I can't wait to see this in the theater and also watch it on my 4K TV.
Caladan is called the Planet of Islands. So,
And I like the fact that when they show Caladan, it's not raining constantly like it did in the movie. You know what I mean? I thought that kind of like took away from like, what does this place look like? Does it, you know, is it the same as, you know, the water planet from Star Wars, or, you know?
It kind of is seen as a bit of a water planet. I don't think it's quite that extreme, but I think Caladan is. I think they do reference like. Well, I think it's more than just reference.
Camino. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Camino.
Yeah.
no,
Like I said, I could be wrong. It might just be more they reference it as water compared to Dune, which is a desert planet.
well,
They're trying to reference the fact that this is the opposite of Arrakis. This is so far from what he's used to. You know, this is water everywhere.
what see, at least in my understanding, when I read the book, is it is literally, you know, Arrakis is desert. They've never seen running water.
Yeah.
So to have oceans, to have, you know, big, massive rivers of water, and you know, one of the comments is, I've been on my, you know, on Caladan, and not been able to see across the water to another piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
And that juxtaposition to Dune, where it has zero water, and people to you know, to the Fremen, water is, you know, this magic thing. It is holy.
It's a myth. Yeah.
Well, and that's where Liet Kynes comes in to say, you can have this. This is heaven. This is what you want. So that's kind of it. I'm waiting to see, with bated breath, honestly, to see how they deal with how Liet Kynes sets up Paul Atreides, because literally that's how it works in the book.
I like this too. This looks like almost medieval. You know what I mean? Like I really like that look.
Oh yeah.
She's so gorgeous. She really is,
Especially
man.
Lady Jessica.
Yeah. If you guys ever get a chance to watch Dr. Sleep, even if you don't like the movie, just watch it just to watch her in it. Seriously, she's just a really, really gorgeous lady.
Does she have any leak
I have
news?
no issues with her.
You know, for research purposes. Research.
I have no issues with her as Lady Jessica, other than the hair, because that's supposed to tie all the Harkonnens together.
Yeah, definitely not red hair. It wasn't important, I guess.
Like I said, it's one of those little minor things. I can let it slide.
Or it could be revealed that maybe she dyes her hair.
That could happen too.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I really like right here. This, I was dying to get to this. This is not a typical desert. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't just go to like the Indiana Dunes and take a picture and then say, this is Dune. No, this is a planet that looks entirely like this.
We ain't found shit.
Right?
Sorry, I just immediately thought of that.
Yeah, I keep thinking of the two guys in Spaceballs with the pick. We ain't found shit.
You know, it was only 20 years later that I found out that was Tim Russ from Voyager.
Yeah,
I didn't. That's Tuvok. Yeah,
that's Tuvok.
yeah, bro. I just found this out like I think a month or two ago. I did not know it. That's Tuvok saying we ain't failed shit.
All right, what do you guys think this is right here? Is this Benny Gesserit's right here?
Oh yeah, that's Benny Gesserit.
It's either that or it's the what are they called?
The Emperor's daughter?
Senator.
The Reverend Mothers of Arrakis.
Yeah.
No, they look too wealthy to be the Reverend Mothers of Arrakis. They would look a little more chiseled if they were. I'm guessing this is Benny Gesserit's right here.
I think that's
Either
Benny
that or
Gesserit.
it's Irulan. Because remember,
Yeah, that was my other guess. That maybe it was her. Can't really tell. Can't really tell who that is.
The two behind him kind of look Benny Gesserit too.
Yep.
So
I think
yeah,
that's just Benny Gesserit. They're probably not all going to look the same.
I'm dying to hear her use the voice. Like that's going to be really cool. It's going to like same.
Yeah, the trailer didn't reveal that, did they?
no, they did.
I'm glad they didn't.
The
I'm
voice.
glad they didn't because it's supposed to scare the shit out of you. You know.
And
So,
I like at the end the introduction of the worms. How it's done in this trailer.
Because when you think Dune, you think the sandworms. It's like even casual fans who know nothing but Dune know but the sandworms.
yeah, we'll get to the worm. I'm saving that for last because that's why I put this in the thumbnail because
That's what you told her, Adam.
I love you, Alex. I do.
I love you too.
You get me off guard every time with that shit. So
Okay, that's the face that says, "Oh, that's the face that says, shut up, man. I was in Star Wars. This is the better franchise.
I've been in Star Wars. I've been in Marvel. I've been in.
He is Apocalypse, isn't he?
Yeah, he was Apocalypse. That happened. That wasn't a
I
bad
liked him in
thing.
Apocalypse. Problem is, they should have made Apocalypse bigger. And I get it because Oscar Isaac's kind of a short dude.
Apocalypse was a big dude.
Yeah. And you don't realize how short they made Apocalypse until you see him with his horsemen in the movie and you find out he's the shortest one there.
Yeah,
And mind you, one of those is a teenage Storm, and she still towers over because Oscar Isaac, he's short. I hate to say it, he's short.
What do we see here? We see swords.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are about to get into some shit.
Actually, no. I think this is probably just them arriving on the planet.
Probably them first showing up on Dune. Yep.
Yeah, I think this is them just showing up.
Arrakis, I should say.
Either one fits.
Cool right here.
Yeah, this looks like them just showing up.
So this visual, the still, was explained in in the trailer, and I love it. It's the House Atreides guards showing up,
Holy shit!
and it is amazing. This epic, visual of all the entire house Atreides in one place at one time.
Yeah, the battle's going to be epic on this scale right here. Like they pulled back so far, you can barely. The people look like ants. They're just walking out of this. That was one of my favorite scenes from the 1984 movie. Is when the
show up.
When the navigator first shows up, right at the beginning. I love that scene. Just the way that whole thing plays out. You just see how the epic size of the ship, and then they come out, and you see these people walking out, and you can't tell what race or what anything they are. Like you didn't even know. They're just some otherworldly thing. And then they open up the tank, and the navigator comes out, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, they gotta be careful with that because, I mean, spoiler alert for anyone who's read the book or seen the original movie. Like, you really can't give away that the navigators are like part of the evil plan. That in the book, that's like saved for the end of the book, whereas the David Lynch movie just revealed it right at the beginning.
Right away.
The navigators were in the book. You don't find out the navigators are part of the scheme to kill the dad and all that until later on in the book. So maybe
what's the last third of the book?
Yeah,
when they have a scene where the navigators come talk with the Mother Gaius.
Mm-hmm.
You know what these are in the background here? These are ornithopters. I can't wait to see those things. They look kind of like a distant relative of the helicopter.
Well, they are, and they're a very modern take on it, and I love the look of it because
I knew you'd be excited about that. You should give everybody on the stream a little bit of background of where you're from and why you like helicopters so much.
Well, I love planes in general because I'm ex-Air Force. I'm a pilot. My uncle collects vintage warbirds, and so from the age of 14, I have been a pilot, and everything from single engine piston to multi-engine piston. I was also before I went into the Air Force, I flew for my uncle commercially, and I flew a DC-6 4-engine piston cargo aircraft. Then I went in the Air Force and got to play with the big boys and, be the loader of bombs on a $65 million aircraft. My baby, the F-15E, I love them. I will always fight for them. Even in a world of stealth technology, I will fight for my F-15E. Mud hen, go mud hens.
When I was in the Navy, I was stationed on an LPH. They converted it to an MCS, but LPH is a smaller version of aircraft carrier. The choppers used to land on us when we were out in the middle of the ocean, like the big gunships. Yeah, the gunships.
But yeah, that's why I love airplanes. I've loved airplanes all my life, but the way I think it's either earlier in the trailer or they show three of them flying in formation, and it may be after this, I don't know. I'm still kind of getting my bearings on it, but
yep, it's a lot to digest at once, and that's what I like about it. It's like they showed you just little snippets of everything. I'm like, yes.
But they look like what I would do if I was building an ornithopter.
This movie so far, it looks like these machines. They're not designed to look like spaceships. They're designed to look like actual functioning machines. In a believable universe. I like that a lot.
Absolutely.
There we go. It's a little bit of a closer look right there.
Yeah.
There you can see the wings splayed out right there. Oh man, it's going to be so awesome seeing those in action.
Because as they're described in the book, they're a cross between a jet and a helicopter.
And they have kind of an insect-like look to them.
Well, yeah, and you see
the one thing that's been consistent throughout all the movies is they all have kind of an insect look to them,
Yeah, and there's Duncan, Idaho.
Yep, that'd be Duncan, Idaho, right there. Okay,
and there's Stilgar.
Went too far. Okay, right here. This has got to be
the Sardaukar.
Sardaukar or Harkonnen?
Well, you got to remember that the Sardaukar were hidden at Harkonnen.
Sardaukar, okay,
yeah.
So he brought in 5 legions of Sardaukar to fight for him.
That's right.
When he took the Atreides down. So this is probably a combination of both Harkonnen and Sardaukar.
Nice.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. In the book, didn't the Sardaukar come disguised as Harkonnen men?
Yes.
So no one would know the Emperor was behind it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's got to be what this is, right?
I did like the manipulation, the adaptation in the miniseries where they brought in Irulan. Because in the book that it doesn't, Irulan isn't even introduced until the very last chapters of the book. I thought the introduction of Irulan with a little bit more of a backstory in the miniseries really gave it a little bit more depth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was weird. They had like chemistry in the miniseries. I was fine with it. It was just kind of because she's not really that relevant in the first book, and like I said, to the end. No. That miniseries, you almost kind of thought like her and Paul were going to end up together.
Yeah.
You can tell from this bit right here, some shit's about to go down.
Because because the Bene Gesserit will only let the Paddish Emperor have girls, so he has to go find a male to take over the line of emperors, and that I thought that was very well adapted in the miniseries. She went and met him and knew him and liked him and was actually working for him in a lot of ways by getting information. It hinted at a lot and didn't give away too much. And I thought that was a great way to deal with Irulan not being in the storyline until very late in the books.
Yeah. She's the narrator for like the beginning of each chapter. But that's pretty much it in the book.
Yeah. Well, they quote her, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
I have a confession. I've seen this scene already right here. I've already seen what he looks like as Raban, and he does look like just a vicious, evil
beast.
A beast. Yep. And I can't think of a better guy to play it too, because I've seen him. Yeah. I've seen him play bad guys. I was disappointed when he played a henchman in James Bond and didn't have a single line of dialogue.
Actually, that's what I kind of liked about it. That was more old school Bond. Remember, Jaws.
I guess you're right.
Jaws didn't talk until Moonraker, and we all remember how that went down.
I've seen movie scenes though where he just roars and then goes into battle, and this is what he's going to do. He's just going to go in and just eliminate everybody. Please, no little crushy juice box thing. I didn't like that at all.
No one's going to bring the juice box. It's okay.
Please don't bring back the juice box. All right. If you guys haven't seen the 1984 movie, you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you have, you know what I mean by the goddamn juice box. All right. Don't bring that back.
It can't hurt you.
And here is the Baron. The only time you see him.
Wait.
Actually, I think you see him twice, don't you?
No, this is the only time you see him in this.
No.
He comes
see him another time. The liquid. I'll get to that scene. But before I get to that, though, I want to go to not that. This right here. They just kind of float down out of the sky, and they're creepy looking. They're scary. They're awesome as well.
That's probably the Sardaukar.
These have swords.
Yes,
yep.
That is the Sardaukar. I will bet you dollars to donuts it's the Sardaukar.
This scene is freaking awesome.
They are the most feared fighting force in the universe.
Ain't nobody messing with them.
Except the Fremen, who beat their ass.
And you know what? I'm hoping this movie will show us some of that, because neither version really showed us exactly what they're capable of. They kind of glossed over that. You know what I mean? Both of the movies.
That's kind of intentional, because in the book don't really focus too much on the action. The movie had to add that in for you.
I just want to see. I don't want it to be an action movie, but I just want them to show me enough of so the audience knows what these people are capable of. Like
they are so brutal, because they talk about it in such a way that they describe the brutality of the Sardaukar, and in the books. I don't know if you can do it without a hard R movie, and that kind of shuts down what Villeneuve was going after in this.
I can't seem to get it centered on that one little image I wanted to see him up close. Just won't let me do it.
Warner Brothers finally.
There we go. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that armor looks so amazing.
The armor's perfect. It really is. I'm happy with that. There's some images that we've already seen. There's
the gun.
Are they doing the gun? They're not doing the voice gun thing, are they? I don't want
No. This is an actual slug throwing gun.
Okay.
Because
okay. I see it. All right, I see it right there.
This is probably this is his first introduction to the Fremen when they crossed the.
Yeah, I didn't like how they turned the weirding way into a technology. I always thought that was dumb. I was not.
Yeah.
Hey, Skyrim would use that years later.
She looks great as Janie. I'm going to say it right now. Sue me. It may be unpopular. She looks great as Janie.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think you was going when I said, I was like, I don't hate Zendaya outside, like that Spider-Man thing. I don't blame her for Spider-Man.
No, I don't either.
We're mature enough on this channel to understand that we're not going to blame an actor if we don't like the character in a movie. We're not doing. There we go.
Yeah,
that's what we want to talk about. That is 100%.
Skarsgård, or is that?
That's Skarsgård.
Okay. I didn't realize that was him. I recognized him because of the voice and the look. He's got such a connectable look. Skarsgård does, so that when he was in the other scene that we see him in this trailer, I instantaneously recognized him. I didn't hear.
You know what this reminds me of? Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
I feel like that's what they were going for.
I think that's what they were going for, and I like that. I'm like, oh, they're trying to go for. They want to make him Kurtz. You know what I mean? I'm like, that is terrifying. Kurtz is a terrifying character. I love Apocalypse Now. I absolutely adore the hell out of that movie. I've loved it my entire life. I have multiple versions of it. This is a smart move right here.
Well, it makes sense because he is like neither movie showcases it too much, but he is really depraved in the book. Like really inhuman. Like Homeboy would be on Epstein's Island. I'm just saying.
He would be Epstein's.
He wouldn't be on Epstein's Island. He would be subcontracting to Epstein.
Yeah.
You can try. You can try.
Guys are so twisted.
Reach my level of depravity.
This guy has a kink shaming library. All right, yeah, he is sick and twisted. I can't wait to see. And I can't think of a better actor to play him either.
And we still have not seen Fade.
No, Fade I think is going to be the big surprise because we don't even know who the actor that's going to play Fade is yet.
Duncan, oh God, Jason Momoa looks so great.
Does he look great? Yeah, he looks great there. The sword and the armor, and it's kind of tactical, but it's also kind of medieval. It's a nice blend of and then the still suit underneath. So,
and Josh Brolin looks great as Gurney.
Oh yeah,
he's got that warrior mentality look to him, and
yeah, these costumes are perfect. They really are.
The other person they have not revealed yet is Toofer Hawat.
Oh yeah,
the Mentat.
They revealed Yui, but no.
Yeah, the end of this reveals Yui, and he looks good.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at them. They're all they just look like, oh, man. I wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley. Let's just say that. You see them in a dark alley, your life is over. All right, that's all there is to it.
Adam, I wouldn't want to meet them in a lighted alley.
No, yeah, I wouldn't want to meet them. I wouldn't want to be within miles of them.
Like 105 artillery in front of me.
And even then, they probably wouldn't be stopped. I'm gonna guess that's probably the
laser gun hitting a stealth shield.
Yeah.
Has to be, because nothing blows that big. At least in my opinion. Take it for what it's worth.
Wrong hole.
Is that what that face is? Wrong hole. Oh, you were so bad.
I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets
everywhere.
It
gets everywhere. You guys are so terrible. Oh God. Let's see. What else
Aquaman.
Okay, now we're getting to the part that I really want to talk about here, and I'm just gonna let this play
everyone's been waiting for.
We've been waiting for this for like forever. All right, just here, right there. Wait, let me back that up just a little bit.
Back that ass up. Over.
So you can see the epic scale of this thing. Right there. There we go. Drink it in, boys. Just drink it in.
I am not disappointed.
No, I'm not either.
I'm
gonna play this out a little bit here. There we go.
Come at us, WB. Come at us, bro.
Right there. Run, damn it! Run!
I like that they get the plates right.
Yes.
They get the size right. They get the teeth right.
Yeah, it looks like an animal. It doesn't look like a monster. I mean, it does, but it doesn't look like you know what I mean. It looks like a natural creature. It doesn't. These don't look like teeth. You know what I mean? They look more like like something that they use to propel themselves through the sand, which is what they do.
Well, I'm going to say it. If you're looking for the description out of the book, it's perfect. It's to a T, and I cannot be more excited about this. I mean, the little boy me inside is jumping up and down, going happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah.
Because I am even as a fan, I'm looking at this going, oh, thank God. It's yes, I have my qualms.
Well, this was the biggest thing that the trailer had to sell. It had to sell the worm to get people to go see it. Like especially for the Dune fans, like this is the one thing they really had to get right. Like all the other stuff they've gotten right so far, but we're like a little flexible on some of these things. This is the one thing we have to make sure it has to be just right.
Exactly.
Which is probably why they waited so long to do the trailer. Maybe they were really working on this.
You know? Even the mini series, even though the special effects look bad, you could tell like 80% of the special effects went to the sandworm in the remake, and it looks good. It's the one thing that kind of holds up in the special effects wise. It's the one thing that holds up in the mini
made it count in the series. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's like 80% of that budget went straight to the sandworm.
It's early 2000s budget level. Like this is the best we can do. Like we'll fudge a little bit on the thopters, but we got to make sure that worm looks right.
Well, and they were not using ILM for God's sakes. You know, they were.
Yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel couldn't afford ILM back then.
Come on, man! They hadn't done Sharknado yet. They ain't have that kind of money.
They didn't have that Sharknado money, but yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Was this right? And did I call it or not? I said it's going to end on just a small teaser of that worm coming up on Disney. A lot of people are saying, no, I don't want to see that yet. I'm like, no, I want to see just a little bit.
Bro. That's a taint.
Now I can't unsee it. You just had to go there, damn it.
You paused it at that section, man.
Well, I wanted to get the scale down and just so you could see
this is the part where you play Tainted Love with Tainted Love.
Man.
And they've got the scene where it takes the spice processor down.
Is there a scene of that?
Yeah.
In this one? Whereabouts?
Yeah, they showed it. Does it look like when he's getting up on the helicopter and they're looking down?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, that's where they're pulling. Where he's pulling.
Here it is, right here. Oh shit!
Yeah. See,
because the one at the end of the trailer is not one of the bigger ones. This one's even bigger, right here.
Mm.
Yeah, holy shit!
That to me is exactly perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really a great visual and exactly what I was hoping for.
Wow. So who's excited about the movie now?
I'm not.
Look at my icon. Can't you see how excited I am?
Hold on, let me zoom in on this here.
I'm very excited.
So let me ask you this, Alex. Who would you pick to play Fade?
I don't know, man.
That's going to be a hard one.
Yeah, there's some names floating around.
I don't pay attention to too many actors going on, so I can't really think of one off the top of my head.
Well, that's my other problem is I don't really follow actors. I like roles. So I hope, I'm kind of hoping who they would slot in would fit my vision.
It has to look somebody that could be the exact opposite of
Baron
Paul. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing too, though. He's also, if you're gonna make Paul look young, then Fade's got to look young too. Right. So,
some people, I heard Ty Sheridan's name mentioned a couple of times. Maybe
I can see Ty Sheridan.
Maybe he might be the right one. I can't think of
it's
any. It's gonna be somebody young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, both the Harkonnen heir.
And they can be Sting.
Heir is young in the book.
Yeah.
And it shows the difference of how they're raised, where Atreides has the honor and the respect and the fullness of humanity, and how the Harkonnens are a bunch of depraved individuals that scare other houses by their actions.
Let's just hope it's not Machine Gun Kelly. That's all I want to say.
Plus, it's kind of a little awkward to say it now, but I was like, if you read the book, like Fade was supposed to marry Paul back when the Bene Gesserit planned for Paul to be a girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have to be around the same age, kind of.
Well, Jessica is what, 10 years younger than Leto in the book. So there is that, and Irulan is actually older than Paul.
Yeah.
In the book by what, 5?
I can't remember how old, but yeah, she's definitely older. She's older than Paul.
She's full. Yeah, she's full trained Bene Gesserit, and that usually takes 18 years.
Yeah.
Because they get first, so. I
got to do a quick shout out to the David Lynch movie. I'm gonna say it right now. Lady Jessica with the bald head was kind of hot. Don't judge me. Don't kink shame me, bro. Don't kink shame me. She pulled off the bald look. She pulled off the bald headed look, man.
Alex, I'm not going to shame you. All three of them have looked hot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they all look hot, man. They all look hot.
They are all three of the women, at least as far as I've seen, that have played Jessica have been very beautiful women.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up now. I just wanted to break this trailer down and get your guys' thoughts on it. If anybody has any other questions, hurry up and post them, because I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close. Otherwise, we could do this all day. I think what we'll do is we'll talk about this more in depth on our Monday show. Flayer X and I do a Dune, strictly Dune-based live show every Monday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join us for that. We'll have some expectations for the movie. We might talk about some more things about the trailer once we've had some time to watch it more often and maybe digest it a little bit. But initial reactions, we're really happy with what we see. We're really excited about this movie. I think this trailer nailed it, just completely knocked it out of the park right away. For a first trailer, I'm very impressed. Like and it doesn't feel like the typical movie trailer either. It feels like something new. You know what I mean? Because it's like so many movie trailers. It's always like talking, establishing shot. They didn't really do that this time. You know, they opened up on some of the mythos. You know,
it harkens back to the trailers as they used to be, where it doesn't tell the whole story. It's a trailer. It's a teaser. It's to bring you in, not say, okay, here's the entire story. Here's a storyboard of how the story's going to go.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, some of us are old enough to remember when trailers were like 90 seconds long too, and now they're like, this one's 3 minutes. So
that's what I'm saying. Is this really does harken back to those 90-second trailers of here's a bite. You know, here is what the meal is going to be, but it's not the meal. Like I said about it's so bare bones. You see, what Dune is going to be, but it's not the flesh of the story. And I think that's what makes this so great.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, check us out Monday night, and then also check us out Friday night, where the three of us and Pete and Nick, we always watch a bad movie and let you enjoy it with us, and we rate it and review it. We have a really good time doing that. I don't know if we have the movie picked yet, but we'll have it picked by Friday, I promise. I've been more laser focused on Dune this week, and I've kind of forgotten about all my other usual things, but I'll get back on track, I promise. But thank you for your patience. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day, and hey, we finally got a trailer, so I don't have to go where my trailer at anymore. So we got one.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? But anyway, you guys have a fantastic night, and we'll see you on Friday night, and have a wonderful day. This is the Groovinator signing out. Peace.
Pain of love.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Please remember to depress that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you'll be the first to know when new content is published. Please visit raidersofthelostflicks.com for more hilarious entertainment and links to all of our social media platforms. Also, consider supporting us on Patreon. As little as $1 a month supports our worldwide digs for more Lost Flicks. Thank you, and have a groovy day.